this is my current state of being. Absolute exhaustion, but absolute excitement at the same time. Oh my God, life is so full at the moment. Like so many different layers of stories going on and projects and unfoldings and connections. Like the opening that's occurred in our lives, like even just with our imagination now, like imagining, having this new life with this new van and the practicalities of that. But on top of that, like this full-blown inspiration, like just bursting out of the heart, and like big downloads, hey? Like really big downloads about the potential of this. Like I've seen like this timeline is kind of like presenting itself going forwards, like 3 years and beyond, with an activation that's so massive for something that not only I want, but communities want, Australia wants, the man on the street wants, and the corporations, the big businesses and the small businesses in Australia also will benefit from this by the act of giving. We'll all benefit by the act of giving. I want to give so much with this, like for Car Hub to have such a thing where I can buy a raffle ticket. I bought one for this van and I bought one for the previous van, which, it was a prelude to this possibility inside. It's like, whoa. When I bought a ticket for the first van, I was in Gov, my current van, at Island Vibe Festival on Stradbroke Island, and I was in so much pain. I was like right at the worst part of my journey of pain of my shoulder injury, like being at a festival and having to fix that or live with that or like take action on that, suffer from that. Like, oh my God, it was so aggravated and so inflamed, and it was a real journey of the soul, like I decided then and there to detox a whole bunch of stuff. It was my first festival, I think, like in ever, most probably, that I didn't have a drop of alcohol. It was always a part of my theme there, or not my theme, but my coping mechanism, and it helps to get in a vibe with your customers, whatever their vibe. And so that helped, but I'm just like, nah, it's not going to help now. And having coffee, I gave up coffee on the same weekend, and that was the first festival ever that I have never had coffee. And it was huge for me to give up both of those things completely cold turkey, and to have this injury and like, so I'm in bed and I'm just in a state of like prayer. Like it pushed me to the edge. Everything pushed me to the edge, and I'm laying there and I'm praying and I'm feeling and I'm just wishing for relief on all of the levels of life. Oh my God, I've been wishing for relief. Like I've been appreciating relief at every turn, every step that I get relief. I've been really happy with that. And that's part of the technique, is to be appreciative. And anyway, this ad for Car Hub comes up, and it's to win this awesome medium wheel-based 4-wheel drive, like grey, like this light grey, and it's like the colour of my hair, I'm like, oh, that's my team colours. It's my team colours, that's our team colours. Like, wow, I'd love that. And so I laid in bed there, Island Vibe. I was by myself. Marietta was out having a good time. I went to bed early to deal with this. And yeah, so I got in this profound state, and I'm just like, yes to this, yes to this, yes to this. It was the first seed of like a really awesome thing, obviously. I didn't realize it then, but I was getting in the zone for it. Yeah. And I kind of started a practice with that one from there. And and yeah, started the ball rolling, and the ball started rolling years ago with like a strong desire for a new van, yeah, a strong need as well. Like those things, like you don't always get what you want, like, but you do get what you need and what's relevant. It's like a Bashar teaching. You get what you need and what's relevant, and that was part of my prayer as well. If spirit, all that is, the universe, God wants to support me, this is my prayer. If you want to support me in what I'm doing right now, and there was, the blueprint of festivals and markets and living remotely on the other side of floodwaters, the dream to have a vehicle that can cross floodwater is like, oh my God, like I need a 4B and I need a van. I need a 4B and a van. I was like imagining this Hilux and a really good kitted out camper van as well. That was my like ideal combo, right? Having a Hilux and a one of those, whatever van. And then I'm like, oh, what about if the van gets stuck on this side? Then I have to hook everything up onto the Hilux. And so, that's my contingency plan. And I was stoked on that. Like, I'd love a Hilux still. I really love a Hilux. It's like my favorite car ever. Yeah, anyway, so it started there, and when the opportunity came up for the black one, I tuned into it straight away because I was already following Car Hub and getting their ads, which is awesome. And then I really decided to go to a next level with the allowing of it. Yeah, like with in the way of becoming a vibrational match to it in my meditations. Like in the mornings, I would quite often just prop my phone up with a picture of it, or like with the ad running, like where it's got cool music, and then it's showing all the different angles of the van. It's really cool. Yeah, that kind of stuff's awesome. So I just focused in on that. But then and I said yes to buying a ticket at the right time. That was another part of it. I said yes to buying a ticket at the right time. And I barely even mentioned it to anyone, honestly. I did tell Marietta that I bought a ticket, but I didn't make a big deal of it to her, because part of it, there's kind of like another part to the spell in a way that I learned when, as a teenager, this thing of that, if you talk about it too much in the wrong way, you can get other people's doubts and stuff mixed into the recipe. I'm not saying Marietta would be doubtful, but like, in a like a word spell, you would really ham it up, or vegan it up, flower it up. You'd really flower it up. You flower it up inside of you, like with all of the excitement that you can muster. Like, you've got to be excited about being excited. So I was like so excited about being excited, and I built that up. And then I built up the feeling of being inside of it and driving it around already. Like, I was already in the van days before it's turned up as a win. I spent a good lot of time, figuratively, but in my imagination, in my mind's eye. Like, I've got a very good mind's eye. It's quite trained in a way. Like, my third eye is like seen so much. So anyway, I was there in the presence of this van quite a bit. And the night before the draw, I was driving home from the shops from Eleonora, our pop-up shop there for Feather Tribe, and I've had a lot of my really profound experiences when I'm really tired. Like, meditation can be just off the charts when you're tired. like, because you can let go a lot easier. I can let go a lot easier. Yeah, I could tell lots of stories of when I was extremely tired and having the best spiritual experiences ever, completely naturally, just by being tired. Yeah, so anyway, the night before the draw, I was there driving home from the shops, and I started on the highway, like, you know, north of Ocean Shores, and then I took the back exit through Billinudgel, and the whole time along the highway, and then going in through town, and then going out of Billinudgel towards Main Arm, past the pocket, I really got in the zone. I really surrendered to it. Like, I'm pretty sure that the ultimate key to life is to surrender to a higher power that's there. Like, I feel that that's the ultimate unlock, when, like, you trust. My goal is to trust existence unconditionally, like full Eckhart Tolle vibes, like completely just surrendered to the beingness inside of the body, and, like, you know, watch life just kick on in such a good way. Like, that's what I feel is happening. I feel like life has now given me a purpose, and it's my life, like, bigger chunks of my life are making sense, like why I started my career as a tradie. I'm a qualified horticulturist, very much so. I've got an either Cert 3 or Cert 4 in, like, all of the disciplines. Parks and gardens, nursery, landscaping, turf, arboriculture, bush regen. I've got those, and then I've got like a diploma, or an actual diploma, of horticulture. And that's really cool. So that kind of stuff, tradie stuff, and then spiritual stuff, which I'm both. And so I'm like really like on both sides of certain energy spectrums, let's say. You know, I love being a tradie, and I love hard yakka. Is the thing. I'm a real hard yakka man, and I'm proud to be with hard yakka, and car hub. And I feel, this is a bit of a spoiler alert in a way, like, because I haven't spoken directly with hard yakka about it again, or this big idea. I haven't dropped it on them yet. I want to put a plan together with a social media genius, or just, I've been writing down these downloads, they're huge. But yeah, like the power of Marietta and I, a super van, which we already know his name, but we haven't revealed it yet. But there's been some other really good names. Vanny McVanface is my absolute favourite. So that might be his jester name. Yeah, but big things happening, you know. And when I got the phone call, and Tom led me to believe in the beginning that I'd won the major prize, I felt something really big come over me. And it filled me with the feeling that I was feeling the night before. And the feeling that I was feeling the night before, I didn't quite get to that point, was this complete center with my relationship with the all that is, the version of spirits or spirit as a unified being. It's like the unified field. It's a unifying thing. It's unified. So I was unified. I was unified with it. And I'm there at the back of Billinudgel, and I felt like this extra wave of energy come up over me, and of the whole car, and of Gov, and I just became in it, and I had like this mini ascension in it, hey? It was this, and Gov had this ascension as well. It was like, whoa, we both upgraded, and he became the new 2022 Sprinter, and I became the driver, the caretaker of that guy / girl, non-binary van. And I felt the wave of energy come through me and liven me up. It felt amazing. Yeah, it felt amazing. I got to an actual real feeling of what I know that I'm going to be feeling when I go and pick this thing up, and when I am the driver of it, and Marietta is there co-piloting, and we're traveling around Australia representing community and connectedness, and having a whole bunch of amazing souls along for the journey, chiming in, sharing, adding to the story, having a conversation, and where we can have meetups along the way and do cool things. One of the cool things that we're going to do is a cleanup party. Cleanup parties are awesome. Cups, and or picnics. Picnics is something that Lockie, DJ Loki, he organises. But yeah, they're similar things, like, but where you pick up rubbish, heaps of it. His is always leave no trace, but this is like we bring the gloves, we bring the bags, you know, got all the everything that we need, basically, you know, and then we go and clean up spots, and we promote cleanliness. In the council, I worked for the Brisbane City Council for like 10 years, and so much of that job was picking up rubbish. So much was picking up rubbish. I have picked up more rubbish than anybody I know. And I know like the bin people, they pick it up like in big lots. But like I'm talking about like the on the ground, going from roundabout to roundabout and verge to verge and like island to island on the streets of Brizzy, and picking up all of the rubbish, and especially ciggy butts. Oh man, I had to become at peace with ciggy butts, I tell you. I had to become equanimous on those and just like do my best, you know, do my best for that never ending, just rejuvenating pile of ciggy butts in the world. It's disgusting, and it's completely unnecessary. They should be 100% biodegradable or not allowed at all. Ciggy butts should be 100% biodegradable or not allowed at all. That's the thing. So anyway, I think I've said lots of it. This has been good to have a rant, or just to express all of this. It's all good stuff. It's really good stuff. So yeah, look, I'm going to do my best with this. I'm going to do my best with this. I feel like I'm ready for it. I'm ready to step up as a leader, and as an influencer, and I have something to speak about now that I'm really proud of. And if we can activate this together, and like we will build a community around this our new van friend, Vanny McVanface. And it's going to be it's not his name, by the way, her name, non-binary. Yeah, it's going to be such a good ride. Let's go to Western Australia together. Let's drive back from there. Let's come through do a South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales tour, and stop off at all of our friends' places if possible. Jesse from Enki, we want to see you, bro. In Dalesford. Yeah, and it's going to be epic. And then we'll go to festivals together, and Car Hub and I and others cooking up something really big, really big, really so big. Yeah, really big. and very, very exciting. And when we drop it, I think I'll drop it on the 28th of February or earlier, because that's like our anniversary, but we can drop it on Valentine's Day because it's so loving. Because it's so loving. Yeah, I don't know. Just gotta get a few of the things in a row after New Year's, after Falls. Thanks for everybody that's joining us there. And yeah, oh, that's good. That's just got a whole lot off my shoulders. Oh nah, what's a big thing in my shoulders? Oh my God, is the people that need help. The people that need help. So my Seth family friends in Kashmir, they are needing help. Sorry, I'm just like tuning into it. It's a really big thing. The father's about to die, and they rely on him as strength in their life. And I've taken on, and Marietta, we've taken on like an adoptership with them, and yeah, I'm gonna send them some money tonight, like straight up. I've got to figure all that GoFundMe thing out. I made the GoFundMe and then I just left it there, and some people gave some really good money, and that's awesome. It's so awesome. But I haven't received that yet because I haven't done the fucking account thing. But anyway, yeah, we'll get to that, and I want to really help those guys. They're a real symbol of like helping somebody from another country that's really needy. And yeah, they're like the poorest people that I've ever met. I stayed with them, and the first time around we did a big charity for them together on Facebook and surprised them with a new washing machine and a new carpet and a bar heater and new clothes and blankets and like a electricity transformer so they could run the whole thing. Took their 12 volt and stepped it up thing, and yeah, it was beautiful. And I've been karmically tied with them for a long time, and it's been a real struggle for me because like they're definitely a manifestation of like my edge of like, do I have enough to give somebody else, or do I need to keep it all for myself? You know, that's been the question since 2012 when we met. Like, we've had this relationship, you know, and it feels good for me to be more abundant now and have more to give them. Like we regularly send them money. We should actually make it a full weekly payment. That would be helpful. That'd be helpful because then they'd know how much they're getting every week. We should do that. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll get and I'll share that, and that's a really good idea. So, thank you so much. Yep. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and rest now. Much love to you all. Thank you.